Getting salty with Silsic.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk about mangroves. We're here at Thousand Islands in Cocoa Beach, and we're in a mangrove tunnel right now. And we see three types of mangroves: the red, the black, and the white. I want to talk about the red, Rhizophora mangles. This is the one that we see right here and above me. This is the most seaward of the three mangroves. Actually grows out over the water, as you can see, with these prop roots. And then it has these aerial roots that come down. What I really want to talk about are the propagules. So I'm going to go down a bit and find some propagules, and we'll talk more. So the propagules are the reproductive structures. Basically, they're seedlings of the red mangrove that grow while they're still on the tree. Most plants drop seeds, they germinate, they become seedlings. With the red mangrove, this happens while they're still attached. So here's an example of a propagule. This is one that's already fallen off the tree, and it will drift around in the water for months to possibly years before finding a suitable shallow spot to get stuck, and then the dark end here will be denser and will start to send out roots, creating a new plant. So this is the propagule. I'll show you one up in a tree here in just a little bit. So we see some propagule here. This is pretty late in the season, and these should be in the process of falling off. In fact, if I shake it a little bit, you see how it falls right off. So now what do we do, or what can you do with those propagules? And I'll show you that back at school. Now we're back in the classroom, and we have the propagules that I collected. So now what do we do with them? And that's the easy part. So first thing, we need some sort of container. I have a beaker here, maybe a flask, or even took a single-use bottle, plastic bottle, and cut off the top. We can use this. So before we plant these, we need to understand their parts. Now this end right here, it's brown and comes to a point. This end is green and has a little bit of a stem. So this is the end that we plant. This is the end that we put into the container that we're planting these into. What happens is they will eventually fall off the tree after they form, and then they'll float around in the marine environment, and eventually this end becomes denser due to osmosis, and it starts floating like this. And then it'll drift around in the water until it hits shallow water and actually gets stuck in the bottom, and then it starts growing up here. So remember, this is the end that you plant. Next step, we take our container and we need to add some sort of medium in here so that the roots can eventually go around, and it also helps to keep the plant sitting straight up and down, the propagule. So I'm going to take this propagule here, and we can use lava rock. Here's some gravel, some fossilized shells, and my favorite, these little glass beads. So we're going to use these. So we take our propagule, stick it in here, pour in some of those, and the last step is we simply add some water. And that is all there is to it. Now, given time, we start getting some growth from here, and before you know it, your propagule, your seedling, will start to grow, and you will have a great addition to your house. That's all there is to it. The last thing is, what happens if you want to plant them outside? Say you want to grow these for planting, like the Brevard zoos restore our shores. I'll show you how to do that in a second, but we need to go outside. So now we're going to go outside to our Mangrove Nursery, and I'll show you how we can grow them so that we can eventually plant them back into the marine environment. So this is our Mangrove Nursery. As you can tell, these are the propagules in some dirt and plastic bins with water. We'll grow these for most of the school year, and the growth will start coming up right here. They'll grow about this tall, and then we give them to local organizations like the Brevard Zoo, where they then take them out and plant them. Thanks for watching.